Hey guys, so I'm back with another video, and today I will be doing a tag video. Today's tag video is going to be the Spring to It book tag. This was originally created by The Story, which I will obviously link her original video down below. And I was actually tagged by Cass over at Cats and Camera to do this tag video, so I will link her video down below as well. Just check out both of those videos because they're awesome people. This is a 12-question tag relating to spring. And even though it's getting ready to be summer, I was like, better hurry up and film this and post it. So, question number 1 is New Beginnings, a book about a fresh start. So, I didn't really have an answer for this because I just don't. So I'm going my old route and picking a Rick Riordan book, and this time I'm going with Magnus Chase and the Sword of Summer. This is the first book in the Magnus Chase trilogy by Rick Riordan, and the reason I'm going with this is because our main character Magnus dies. This is not a spoiler, he dies literally in the first chapter, and he kind of basically gets a start over life in Valhalla, dealing with the other chosen dead warriors for Ragnarok. And yeah, there's just a whole new beginning because he meets a whole bunch of new people and, you know, basically just kind of, I don't know, does it work for this question? I don't really think so, but like that's what I'm going with. Question number 2 is Eureka, a book that motivated or inspired you. So I have 2 answers for this question. They both kind of tie in together, but the first one I'm going with is Wanderlost by Jen Malone. I love this book and it's the perfect summery read. It's contemporary, there's travel, and it's a finding herself novel, and it's great. I love it. Our main character ends up taking a tour around the world with a group of senior citizens, pretending to be her sister, and in the process of doing that, she kind of finds herself along the way, and I very, very much enjoyed this. It was very cutesy and summery, and there was travel. It's actually one of the few contemporaries I've actually really, really enjoyed. Reading this made me really want to start traveling more and just like immersing myself in it and like kind of trying to figure out who I was as a person, because I mean, there's no better way to kind of do that than to throw yourself in a situation you're not exactly prepared for. And the second one would have to be Looking for Alaska by John Green. There's a particular quote that really sticks out with me from this novel, which people quote all the freaking time. And it's right before Pudge leaves to go to his boarding school. I go to see A Great Perhaps, and I read Looking for Alaska right before I left for my semester abroad, and I kind of talked about this in that wrap-up. Just kind of, I really resonated with Pudge on a certain level with stepping outside of his comfort zone and going to some other place and just kind of trying to fit in. He went to a boarding school where he knew no one and just kind of dived in, and he hadn't been going there for years like a lot of the other students, whereas for me, I was also going to Spain to like broaden my horizons and, you know, get to experience a whole nother culture. And that was like kind of my mantra like the entire time I was in Spain, was I'm going to seek a great perhaps. I'm gonna make the most out of this trip. I'm gonna learn the most. I'm gonna experience the most. And honestly, I learned so much from being in Spain for those 6 months, and it is a life experience that like I am so grateful to have, and I will like look back on those photos and those memories and just forever be wishing that I could go back to Spain. Question number 4 is Quid Pro Quo, a quote that helped you realize something or struck a chord with you. I'm kind of glad I go back to the Looking for Alaska quote. I go to seek a great perhaps. It's what kept me going in Spain, especially when I got really homesick. I was like, I have to make the best of this. Like, when am I going to get another chance to basically live in Spain and like absorb the culture instead of just being there for like a week or something and, you know, staying in a touristy destination? And the other quote I'm going to go with is from Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi, and that is, I've spent my life folded between the pages of books. I have been a reader pretty much all of my life, and yeah, I just really love to read. I've always had my nose in a book. I used to always get in trouble in school because I would rather read than do my schoolwork. So, I know, it's me. I totally just skipped question 3, my bad. Question 3 is You Like to Move It, an activity that helps you spring into action. I'm not an active person, but I guess I like to listen to music a lot when I'm doing stuff, particularly when I'm like cleaning, and of course I'm listening to my like early 2000s pop punk playlist because that's just the era of music I live in. And whenever stuff like that comes on, like I like dance and I lip sing, like I'm like doing my own show, or just any other playlist. I danced in high school. I was on my school's drill team, which is a dance team, but it's kind of more than just dance. Like it's just so hard to explain to people who are not like from Texas. We danced at halftime on the football field, like in skirts and boots and cowboy hats, not cowboy hats, but like they're hats that kind of look like cowboy hats. And yeah, so whenever I hear a particular song that kind of like resonates with me, like I'll start like dancing throughout the apartment and then forget what I'm supposed to be doing. Question number 5 is reach for the sky, a character that grows. This one I'm actually gonna go, nobody should be surprised for this, but I'm gonna go with a Percy Jackson character. I'm gonna go with Nico, particularly more so in the second series, the Heroes of Olympus series, because when we first are kind of introduced to him in Percy Jackson and the Olympians and stuff goes down, he kind of isolates himself and doesn't want to rely on others or really interact with anybody else outside of himself. And he kind of has to learn later on that it's okay to ask for help and everybody's there to help them. They're all there to get to the end goal and make sure everybody's safe. And just realizing that he has to kind of let that go and learn to rely on people, as well as open himself up to other people, not just in friendships, but also in love. Question number 6 is Busy Bee, a character that is always busy doing something. For this, again, I'm going with another Rick Riordan character, and just because he's the first one that really pops into my mind when they say something like that, and that's going to be Leo Valdez from the Heroes of Olympus series. He is always tinkering with something at all times, no matter what the hell is going on. He's always doing something with his hands. He cannot sit still. Question number 7 is Grow and Grow, a book series that you wish had a companion or another book. So I could very easily go with Percy Jackson for this, but more of like a historical background, because you know they say certain famous people are demigods, and I'd love to see demigods within different like major battles and stuff like that happened in the history of the world, and see like what sides and stuff they laid on. But I'm not gonna go with that. And I totally stole that answer from Reagan from Peru's Project from another tag video she did. I was like, that's smart. But I'm actually gonna go with Entwined by Heather Dixon. This is a fantasy novel that is basically a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses, which the only knowledge I had of the 12 Dancing Princesses was the Barbie movie they made. So I really knew nothing. I actually really loved this book and I want to reread it soon. The way everything ended, and I loved the ending and how everything ended up fixing itself in the end, but I wish there was more. Like, I want another book. Like, I want to see how everything panned out for everybody afterwards, like how they've adjusted now, and just I need to know what happened. Question number 8 is The Move You Know, a book that taught you something. For this one, I'm gonna go with The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. I really resonated with this book when I read it because I was in a similar situation to Charlie when I was a freshman in high school. Although I didn't read it to my senior year of high school, this book just really taught me that it does get better. Like, even though right now it looks like things are going to shit, like, and you're having the worst time in your life and you don't think anything is ever gonna get better, it gets better. And just surround yourself with good people. I don't know, I can't explain it any more than that, but this book just holds a really special place in my heart. Question number 9 is Change is a Good Thing. Share the links to your first video and your most recent video. My first video is my BookTube newbie tag that I filmed when I was a junior in high school, and I'm super freaking awkward, and I used a really shitty camera, so that'll be linked down below for your viewing pleasure, as well as up here. I don't know why you would want to watch it, it's so bad, but yeah, so there's that. I don't know what my most recent video is because I pre-film, so who freaking knows when this video is going up, but my most recent video will also be linked up, above, down below, and I will make it the end screened video as well. Question number 10 is Defy the Odds, a book that could fit into more than just one genre. No, I don't have an answer to this because Question number 11 is I think I can. 3 books that you want to get to this year, or 3 goals you want to accomplish this year. For me, I'm gonna go with the books. Definitely like high on my priority list right now is City of Heavenly Fire. Is the only book I have not read in the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. I'm currently rereading them right now. I am hopefully going to start City of Fallen Angels soon sometime, but I have got to read that freaking book. It's been too long. I've owned this book since it came out. Like, I bought it the week it came out and still have not read it. But I blame social media for that because they're like, you can't read it if you haven't read Infernal Devices. So I finally read Infernal Devices. Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. I loved his Mistborn novels so freaking much, and I own several of his other Cosmere novels I have just not gotten around to yet because they're kind of chunky, and I only have the mass market paperback editions. But I'm gonna deal with it because I love his writings, I love his characters. I read like the first 20 pages of this when I bought this for myself like last Christmas. And I keep meaning to get around to it and I just keep forgetting. So this is on the freaking priority list. And I think he's getting ready to start writing a sequel for this one as well. So like I really need to hop on this. And the final book, which I am kind of cheating with, is going to be The Burning Maze by Rick Riordan. This is book 3 in the Apollo Trial series. I'm actually currently reading it right now. I can't see. This is my bookmark. So yeah, I'm about 70 pages in. I'm really enjoying it. I have to say it's exceeding my expectations of what I was feeling after I read The Dark Prophecy. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I've also heard this one is completely destroying, but I'm not prepared, but I'm ready for it. And finally, question number 12 is pay it forward. Tag 5 people that you want to help motivate and have fun. So obviously I pre-filmed this. I have to do some research on who has and hasn't done this video, but the people I tag will be down below, so they're tagged, and you should also check out all their channels because they're amazing people. That's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and all my social media links are down below. If you want to friend me or follow me or whatever, it's totally cool with me. Until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye!